Hello, everyone.
Good morning, world.
Good afternoon, world. Good night, world.
It's actually more true.
Depends where you're at and when you're watching. Probably night, actually.
Probably.
Most people watch this late in the night.
Well, I put it up at 10 p.m. our time, so it's morning their time.
That's when I binge YouTube.
Bolo watches ours at 4 a.m.
That's true. So what are we doing today?
All right, so yesterday after you guys watched our video of our newlywed game, I'm glad you guys enjoyed it, by the way. If you guys want us to make more, please put that in the comment below.
Yeah, that was fun.
But I asked you guys to ask us a question, and I was actually surprised combined with Matt's channel, how many questions you guys did ask.
Yeah, we got like 4.
Well, you got 2 or 3 on your channel. I got 4. If you include Bolos, who asked like 5 in one comment.
That's right.
We have quite a few. So today, you asked, we answered. We're going to be doing a Q&A.
I'm very happy that some of you are interested in us. I know it's not like
It's
like PewDiePie or Markiplier or something. Give me some Q&A questions, and they get like a million questions.
I feel like we're the comedians on stage, and there's like 4 people in the back that clap
Yeah.
for us.
It actually makes it easier though, because like instead of picking out like the best questions, we could just do all of them.
I'm actually glad that there are I'm just grateful that anybody watches us at the end of the
I
day.
am too. I'm super proud that it's already I don't know, it's exciting that people watch us.
You got an eye booger.
I know.
Please look more presentable.
This is not your channel.
Yeah.
This is mine.
This is mine.
Where we have standards.
You still have eye boogers.
Oh my god.
Sir, what is wrong?
I'm not supposed to touch my face during this moment. During this pandemic.
Let's go ahead and get right into it, because we can banter back and forth forever. So.
Can we? We should make a video on that.
Can we banter back and forth?
Yeah. How long can we banter? 10 hours later.
That might actually...
That's about everything.
That might actually be a really fun video. So, first question is first.
Yes, it is. First question is always first.
It's asked by Cece, and she asked, Kit Zakimi, when do you plan to have kids?
She's asking you, so... Specifically for you.
I mean, you're not involved in this process. So.
No, I have nothing to do with this.
Not only do you have eye boogers, but you got your eye hair. What are these things called? Lashes?
I don't know. My eyes shed a lot, okay?
There's a lot of things happening in your eyes.
It's like a balding old man. Just eyes.
You're just missing the nose hairs and the ear hairs.
Yeah, like before I go bald, I just lose all my eyelashes.
Oh, okay. Cece, Kit, when do you guys plan on having kids? Honestly, we were actually not opposed to starting this year.
What?
No, but with the whole corona situation, we don't want to start right now.
Really? Oh, that doesn't bother me.
It doesn't bother you?
No, I mean, we got 9 months.
I know, but I don't want to be pregnant during a pandemic. I already have to deal with the stress of having a child inside of me that is so fragile. I don't want it to be during a pandemic.
I don't know. I feel like there's always stuff happening and always reasons. I'm not, well, there's a question for you, I guess.
You can answer, put your 2 cents in. You're a part of the process.
I don't know. I'm not I want kids. I'm not actively trying. If it happens, it happens, whatever. I don't know. I'm much more laid back about it. I don't think there's ever going to be a perfect time for really anything.
I think both of us right now, we're not trying to have a kid, but we're also not trying. It's one of those things that if it happens, it happens. But we both do want to have kids. We're at that age where we're like, yeah, it would be cool to be parents. So, I mean, I'm sure in the next couple years we'll probably pop out a couple.
Well, she'll probably pop out a couple. I don't think anything's coming out of me. At least not any kids. So
I don't know if that was a satisfying answer, Cece, but we are not actively doing things to have kids, but we are not stopping it either, so it could happen anytime, really. Thank you for that question. Our next question comes from G. Mir. Why did you choose to get married on February 5th?
Because it couldn't be the 6th, because she doesn't like even numbers. Everything's got to be odd. Although I wanted to do the 29th, but it was kind of just
February 29th, because the leap year.
It's only once every 4 years we have to celebrate.
There's actually a few reasons why we picked the 5th. So that the odd number or the even odd number thing is true. I don't like even numbers. It freaks me out. So I try to do everything on odd numbers. But we were originally...
If you go back to all these videos, they all end on an odd number, surprisly. We actually don't pay attention to that. We just want to see if you...
yeah, if you guys go back.
If you clicked off. If you clicked off already and you're gone, then... well...
you missed this part.
Yeah, you missed this part.
No, we were originally thinking about getting married on January 23rd, and the Japanese city office was ready to do that for us, but Matt had to go to the American embassy to get paperwork, which delayed our process to actually get it in time by the 23rd. And then he thought the 29th on leap year.
That was a little late, though, I think.
Yeah,
We just wanted to get married, like, now and get the process started.
Yeah,
of,
'cause
like,
he needed to get his residency card and stuff, too. So we were like, why wait till the 29th? We might as well just get it done. And then so the earliest week we could get it done was February 5th.
yeah, it basically wasn't, like, a planned thing.
Yeah,
we didn't have a wedding or anything.
It was
like,
the most convenient
it was
day.
just like, yeah, we should get married sometime soon so we could get this paperwork going. And they're like, well, it can't be the 6th. How about the 5th?
Yeah.
I don't know. It was just like a good...
It was just more of a convenient thing than anything.
So far, I don't think any of these answers are that satisfying. Move to the next one.
Yeah, maybe next one people will be like, oh, yeah, these people are sane.
Yeah. Yeah, these people have their life
Together.
planned together.
They don't know when they're having babies. They don't know why they got married on the 5th. These guys are great.
All right.
So Bolo asked a few questions. Number 1, so who was attracted to who first? Neither of us were attracted to each other.
Yeah, we weren't attracted to each other.
Dang it, we're not doing very good on these. We weren't attracted to each other physically. I didn't think he was that good looking, and vice versa. Somewhere along our friendships, we're like, maybe he doesn't look that bad type of scenario, and then we still don't think the other person looks good.
I don't know. Somewhere along the lines. Yeah. These are terrible answers.
Do you finish each other's thoughts or say the same thing at the same time? He's asking if we finish each other's
Sandwiches.
No, we do not.
No, we do not. I keep my own sandwich to myself and do not share.
He's not a sandwich sharer. Has Matt said quark all his life?
No, I was just telling Kit this. So, funny story, I used to say cork, like a cork in the bottle, and I don't remember who it was, but sometime in my life, someone corrected me, and they're like, it's not cork, it's quark. Now I'm finding out again that that's wrong. It's quirk, and then one of these days, one of you are gonna correct this, and no, it's quack. And I'm gonna be like, whatever, they keep changing the definitions, so.
The pronunciation.
I'm just like listening to people correcting me, that's all.
Where do you guys plan to go after Japan? Moving or visiting?
I like Japan.
I think we've talked about this before. We'd like to make Japan our home base and then travel the world from here. And that traveling the world doesn't mean like we go away for 2 weeks. We could be gone for months, but we'd like to have some kind of stability, like a house here that we can come back to.
Yeah, I like the idea of living all over the world. I want to check out all the different countries, but have a house here, maybe have a house in like America where we're from, California. And then if we start traveling and we like somewhere else, I'd like to get a house there too.
New
and just
Zealand,
have places to,
Matt and I have this idea that just because you were born and raised somewhere doesn't mean you have to stay there for the rest of your life. And so I think for sure we really like Japan. And I mean, that might change in the future, but right now we love Japan. Our goal right now is to have a home base in Japan and then just travel all around. That was actually probably the most legit answer we've given so far.
Yeah.
When are y'all coming to Hawaii? When this all blows over?
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, I'd like to go to Hawaii.
I'd like to. I haven't been to Hawaii since I was like 16, maybe.
Oh, younger for me. I think the last time I've been to Hawaii was when I was like 10 or 11. I remember liking it. I don't remember too much of it. I've always wanted to see, especially Kauai, that part of Hawaii.
I remember it pretty well.
I love to
I was
see.
16.
I love to see Hawaii. Well,
But
obviously,
it's probably changed a lot.
we have to go
too.
visit Bolo too. Well, he's coming to Okinawa first, but we got to go over there and see him. Are you guys going to take anything cultural like odori, sanshin, eisa? I've actually just been thinking about this the other. Yeah.
You mean like lessons and stuff?
I've actually been thinking about this. I used to take sanshin lessons, and I actually kind of want to go back into it. I also wouldn't mind doing some taiko drumming too. What about you?
I don't know. Haven't thought about it.
I think you want to learn Japanese first, right?
Yeah, I think I just want to learn the language.
Start there
We'll
culturally.
start there. Yeah. I'll start there culturally. Just speaking to people.
Last question from Bolo. Why is the sky blue?
Solar winds and radiation from cloud precipitation.
Maybe. I don't know.
Good question. Good question.
Good question.
Yes.
That might be for Bill Nye the Science Guy. Next, Grace W asks, what kind of music do you guys like?
Lately, I've been listening to all kinds of music, but like I went through, well, mine's sort of a long-winded answer, I think. Basically, like I used to listen to a lot of rock and metal and like metalcore and stuff. But I said this in my last video, and Grace actually commented on it, but I got into self-development, and for a long time, I stopped listening to music and switched over to like podcasts for like probably 8 or 9 years. And like just in the last few years, I've sort of been getting into music a little bit more. I've been liking like the new stuff, like the lo-fis and like, I don't know, the marshmallow, like EDM stuff, but I'm still into like the metal and the rock, and a lot of Japanese rock bands are really cool, so I'm liking that.
I think for me, I go through waves of things. I like pretty much most music. I think when I was a teenager, I was really into like Blink-182, Linkin Park, that kind of music, like the punk rock. I was really into punk rock stuff. The older I got really into more like alt rock / pop rock, kind of like One Republic. But there was a period where I got really into Motown music. Smokey Robinson was like one of my top favorite. Billy Joel is like one of my all-time favorite pianists / singers. I actually drained my bank account. I had some money saved for rent and stuff. I drained my bank account to go to his concert in San Francisco.
Yeah, it was like the first concert he's
done in like years in San Francisco, so him and I dragged him to it, and he actually liked it.
I grew up listening to like what my mom listened to. It was like the late 60s, maybe a little bit early 70s, but you know, like the Beatles and whatever
your mom listened to.
Whatever the other ones are.
Herman's Hermits,
yeah,
the
Simon
Monkees,
and Garfunkel, and the Monkees.
I also used to listen to a lot of my dad's music too, like Aerosmith, like the hair rock days. Led Zeppelin. Like my dad used to listen to that a lot. Now I listen to more Japanese music, like Hitsumishi, One Ok Rock, but I also listen to lo-fi a lot too, especially when I'm working. That was a lot longer than it probably needed to be. All right, next question. This is actually from Grace, but this was pulled from your channel. She asked, just curious, how are you teaching yourself Japanese? I asked because I want my boyfriend to learn as well. He's not teaching himself Japanese.
No, I am. I've been using a couple things. I paid for a program called Memrise, and the reason I use that, it's an app, but it's also online. The reason I use that is because they use things like SRS, which is Space Repetition System. You could look it up, but it's a really great way of learning things. It's proven to be one of the best ways of learning things. Space Repetition System and also mnemonics, and this app does both. I also will use Anki, the flashcard app, which also uses SRS, Space Repetition System, and then just speaking.
I think a lot of it, his Japanese actually has improved just by being here. I mean, he does all of this too, but I think just immersing yourself in the culture and immersing yourself in Japanese, like you're going to pick up on words because you have to get by. Anyways, his Japanese has improved a lot just by being here, but also using those Memrise and Anki apps, which I can link down in the bottom. You guys can check it out for yourselves if you guys are interested. Next question is also from Gmir. How did you get your YouTube name Muteki Matt?
Muteki was like one of the first words I learned in Japanese, and I really liked what it was. And the reason I learned it is because we were in Fry's Electronics. It's an electronics store, and there was this, I was with Kit, and there was a stereo from Sony, and it had like this cool kanji symbol on it. And I was like, what does that say? And I remember her saying, that says Muteki. It means like invincible. I don't know, it was just like, it was a cool kanji symbol, and I really liked the way it sounded, Muteki, and I liked the meaning, just meant invincible. I just went with it. And it also starts with M too, so it kind of fits.
M&M.
Yeah.
Matt is one of those people that likes those kind of words, like invincible, beast, just stuff that means power.
I think it's the gamer in me, like from back in my teenage years when I played a lot of video games. The gamer tag of like beast and invincible and.
What was your Shadow Beast?
Yeah, I had Shadow Beast for a long time, and then like my World of Warcraft character was Hurricane, and anyway.
Tony Wolf asked,
that's my cousin.
What do you miss about the U.S.?
Nothing. Nothing. Not even my family, which is weird. I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding, Tony. I miss a lot of my friends and family. And I guess if I were to pinpoint things that were like specific to the US, aside from the people, I think I like it has more freedom. Like it doesn't have more freedom, but it like encourages people to do it. It like doesn't. Yeah, individuality. It encourages people to do their own thing. Like especially for me, like as an entrepreneur type person, I feel like here kind of everybody sort of does the same thing, and they were all kind of raised the same way, and they're all raised to believe the same sort of thing.
And we've kind of talked about this on my video, is being Americanized a bad thing? If you guys haven't seen it, that's up here. But I think for me, I agree. Like, I think I miss my friends a lot. We were actually talking about this yesterday when we were laying in bed. You know, I was like, you know, I don't miss a lot of things about being in the States, but I do miss my friends a lot.
Yeah.
But if I was to narrow down, like, things that I do miss about the States, I actually miss, you know, over here, when you go to stores and stuff, people are really polite, and they're like, oh, konnichiwa, arigatou gozaimasu, like all that. But sometimes I actually do miss, like, bantering back and forth with the cashier. Like, the idea, I feel like I love Japan, but there is a part of Japan that's super constricting because you have to follow this mold, right?
Yeah.
And people who break out of this mold is seen as weird or crazy. It's not as
it's
common.
not against the rules, and it's not illegal or something, but it's just
just a little bit more different. And that's why, like, I think in that sense, America is wonderful because it's a little bit more freeing in that way. I don't know. I like being here, though.
At the same time, though, I do kind of like the professionalism of everybody, and like everyone here wants to take care of each other, and like the safety is really good.
Yeah,
like it's one of the safest countries in the world.
It's nice.
There's pros and cons to everything, because I think that that individualism in America also causes a lot of the problems that are just not here. So there's like pros and cons to it.
Yeah.
You know,
I used to think Japan was a better country, but I think the older I've become and the more mature I've become and the more I've realized, like, there are two sides to every coin.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like America's a great country, Japan's a great country. There's always going to be pros to the cons and the cons to the pros. That was our last question, too. I hope you guys liked getting to know us a little bit better.
So yeah, that's what I miss about America.
That was kind of fun. I liked your guys' questions because some of them were really good. If you guys found this entertaining at all, if you guys liked this and you want to know more, other questions that you want to ask, feel free to ask again in the comment section. We'll probably do more of these in the future. But yeah, if you guys even have ideas of things you guys would like us to talk about or do, let us know in the comments below.
Do you want me to start talking about philosophy or
no,
the economy or
no,
psychology? Biology, cryology.
Cryology is actually a thing, huh?
Yeah.
It's freezing bodies.
I don't know.
Okay. All right.
Genealogy.
Yeah, we're gonna end this video now. Because I feel like I don't know where to end it.
Right now.
All right. Love you guys so much. I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video.
Subscribe to my channel.
That's kind of rude.
Well, they're here watching you already.
Peace.
All right. See you
Bye.
guys. Love y'all.